Good morning. So we're going to be doing the Cancer reading. We're going to be looking at the general overall energy reading. It's just a general reading. So we're just going to be looking at what you need right now. And that's about it. So let's get started. I'm going to clarify with tarot cards. And then we are going to move into affirmations. Cool. Oh, okay. Cancers, you got the intuition card, as well as the witch. A lot of you need to be careful. There's a lot of energy that could be around you. You could possibly feel like you have to protect yourself. Or a lot of you are getting into magic. A lot of you are tapping into spiritual, this new spiritual being that you're actually starting to acknowledge. And I believe it's helping you manifest way better, because you're learning to kind of master your intuition. Underneath that, we have the infinite amount of possibilities. Yeah, a lot of Cancers are going through an awakening right now. That's funny because the Chariot card is right here underneath the bottom, but I did not shuffle this just yet, so let's not hold on to that. I want to talk about this intuition card mostly because I think a lot of you need to do a little bit more research before you kind of jump into anything magical, because magic can be tricky, and I don't want you to kind of either harm yourself or do anything to somebody who, it might fall back onto you. So again, be careful what you're doing. Also, I'm getting the sense from this one that you need to be kind of careful about some evil eye, or there's some energies around you that just feels kind of envious, or like you feel like people aren't being genuine, or there's just this need for you to control. Maybe you feel a little bit upset, and that's kind of you taking things into your own hands. If not, though, however, this is somebody who is for sure learning how to control their magic, learning how to control their anger also. This is mostly that root, and then that sacral, and then the soul are kind of coming up. But this person here is learning that she can do whatever she wants, but she has to be careful with this mindset. That especially with this being in the shadow card, be careful what you're manifesting. Be careful what you're writing down, especially when it comes to other people. Magic, again, is very tricky. So if you are not dealing with magic, then just forget this message. But you're going through an enlightenment here, and because of this enlightenment, you need to kind of understand the polarities between the light and the darkness, because that's what's really going to help you manifest as a whole. This is the energy that you're working with, and this is like the steam that's coming up from that energy, if that makes sense. Your intuition is really ringing right now, especially with probably opportunities of career. You could also be probably looking into avenues of being something different that you would have never actually, guessed as a child, or something that's similar to what you wanted to be as a child, that you're now kind of acknowledging. There's a lot of intuition in this, so maybe you guys need to cleanse your area more often, because your intuition is very potent right now. And with that being said, mind your thoughts. Things that you're thinking about might not belong to you. So with that being said, you could either write down a lot of what you're thinking or what you're feeling, and you can throw it out, or you can keep it for later. But a lot of you really need to kind of keep track as far as your moods go, because your moods are what's going to actually manifest. This is the Cancer reading, so your intuition, you need to feel, you need to acknowledge what you're feeling. You need to understand that it's nothing personal, but you have to acknowledge what you're feeling. And because you have to acknowledge it, that's what's going to help you to manifest completely, like really well. This is very potent energy again. So let's see what's going on with the tarot. There it is. A lot of you could be feeling like things are going super slow and it's irritating you. And with this irritation, I feel like you're starting to get like antsy, you're getting anxious, and you just want to get things done, and you don't like to wait on people. You don't like to, have to, yeah, I feel like a lot of you feel stuck and left in a situation, or you're ready to move forward because if you are dealing with someone or anything in your life right now, things are moving super slow and you kind of want to speed it up, which I'm getting from that manifest again. But you don't want to speed this process up, trust me. This process is going to feel way better when you actually, just go through it. That's all it is. I think a lot of you just want to kind of rush to the jump line and feel successful, but in reality, it doesn't really work that way. Especially with that Eight of Swords, a lot of you could be deep in your head, especially about maybe the past. This feels like a lot of past energy. You feel like you can't move forward because you're either stuck with someone or someone left you out in the cold, or you just feel like you're losing the race here, but it's a marathon, baby. It's a whole marathon. I also feel like a lot of you are just ready to up and just leave. Like, there's no question about it at this point. I'm just not even going to say anything. I'm just going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to go. This is going, if you rush this process, it's going to slow it down. So with that being said, I need you guys to kind of pay attention to what you're feeling and either write it down, talk to somebody about it, or do something about it. If not, it's just, at this point, you just kind of have to go through the jungle. The only way out is through, right? So I'm not completely sure what this is about. Let's see what's going on here. This feels like it has more to do with finances, but also where you're staying. I think a lot of you need a change of environment, but you have too many options, or you just don't feel like the options that are there will actually fulfill you. I feel like you're not looking at things in a way where it's like it's like you guys are being selective about what you want to listen to and what you want to hear and all that other stuff, and that's fine, but it just feels like you guys don't want to change. Yeah, you guys aren't willing to change right now, and it's just not helping the situation, because if you're not willing to change, then your circumstances will most likely not. You need to do something different in order to be somewhere else. So it's just one of those things where I think you guys kind of have to look at what it is that you're good at, what it is that you want to do, and just be honest with yourself. This isn't something that you have to lie to yourself about, because this is your life. You're just fooling yourself if you're telling yourself that you want to do something, and in reality, it's not what you want to do. So this is that mental confusion, and with that mental confusion, you feel kind of left out by the world, or you just don't feel understood. So you're ready to move things forward, you're ready to get that ball rolling, but you just don't feel like things are moving very quickly. And the reason why they're not moving very quickly is because you're holding on to ideas about yourself that aren't true. You're just not opening up to this new you, basically. And this new you is someone who wants to, let go of the pain, let go of that anger, let go of that frustration, let go of really just all of the fucked up shit that you went through. And it's starting to kind of seep into other areas of your life, because you're being stingy with yourself, and you're not, like, it's like you want to share yourself with the world. You want to be this, lively person, this person who is out there, who does that thing, who, looks good, who whatever, but you also hide behind that shell because it just feels like you're doing too much, or you're oversharing, and in reality, it's just like you haven't really been sharing at all. So, at that point, you really have to ask yourself, what do I want, and what am I willing to do to get there? What am I really willing to do to get there? A lot of you, I feel, are lacking organization. You need to kind of plan it out, write it out. It's just not going to come because you want it to. That could also be why this intuition is here, because of that lack of effort. Maybe a lot of you, it's not a lack of effort, but in reality, I just think that you guys are in this fantasy world in your head where things are okay and things are fine, but the spirit is telling you you need to get the work done. You need to get up and do something. You need to, get creative, get something going. You're just sitting there waiting to be loved, or waiting to be, fed and given money and all that other stuff, and your life's not going to change that way. Your life is not going to change that way. Again, if this reading does not resonate with you, don't make it fit, please. If the shoe don't fit, don't wear that shit. So let's get into our affirmations. Okay. Yeah. So I am fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty into my life. A lot of Cancers right now really need to, look at reality for what it is, because I just feel like this is what's going to open avenues of opportunities for you when you start to realize what you're actually good at versus what you think you're good at. You also need to practice what you're good at. You need to master it. You can't just do something one day that's really good and then be okay with it for 2 months and then just be like, wow, I did that. And then 2 months ago, you didn't really do anything else. So it's kind of like you really need to put some discipline out here and be honest, because that's what's really going to attract that manifestation that you're really looking for. So I want to talk about this magnetism card. It says, I attract and magnetize to me all that I need to get what I want. This, again, goes back to that honesty. You got to know what you want to get it. So it's like if you're telling spirit you want to be married or whatever, or you want to have a very successful career in the next year or so, but it's like, being honest with yourself about reality, because and things can very well happen, magically in a way. But if it's coming fast, it's going to leave fast. So you need to put the work in for something to, sustain long term. This is something we want long term. So with that magnetism, you really have to understand what you want and what you need out of life. And that's what's really going to help you. A lot of you also could probably need to, I'm getting the sense that your body image has been a part of the reason why your manifestation has been a little iffy, because you don't feel like that queen, you don't feel like that bad bitch, you don't feel, like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I think a lot of you need to focus more on your appearance, and that's what's going to help you magnetize what you want, because a lot of you, again, have been harboring that pain from the past when the sun is right there waiting to, shine on you. It's time to, throw these clouds away. You don't have to be that person anymore. Just be who you want to be. So your third. Your third card is trust. It says, I set my intention and trust in my abilities to improve my circumstances. This is the work that you need to put in, honey. The work that you need to put in is what's going to improve your circumstances, but you actually have to stand up for yourself. And with that being said, it's going to cost you either, you got to yell at, I'm not saying you have to yell at somebody, but you have to stand your ground. And in order for you to stand your ground, you have to understand that that you can do what you need to do without really, any other help. It's just a matter of you need to trust that you have the ability to change it by yourself before you can ask other people. And I think that a lot of you are working towards the confidence of letting go of codependent behavior, letting go of these ideas about yourself that you need other people, when in reality you have everything that you already need. I think also, especially with this last card, it says, I effectively communicate and clarify my needs in order to achieve my goals. You're going to have to be very direct in this new field of your life. You're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to say, no, I don't think so. Or just say, no, thank you. That's not what I want. So with this, I effectively communicate and clarify my needs in order to achieve my wants. That goes back to that emotion, right? So that emotion, when we were talking about in the beginning, your intuition is what's going to help you understand what you feel if you're actually acknowledging what you feel. If you're going to say that you're not angry when in reality you are pissed off, that's not changing anything. That's not helping anything. And at this point, you're just not helping anybody, but you're not helping anybody. And that's lying to yourself. So let's be real. So use your emotions to help guide you towards areas and places that you need to be. If you feel a certain way about someone, if you feel a certain way about a job, if you feel like you shouldn't do something or you shouldn't say something, don't do it or don't say it. But if you feel like you need to speak up, if you feel like you need to clarify what it is that you're going through and, put somebody in their place, or just not put somebody in their place, because I just feel like a lot of you need to just be very direct. and communicate. You need to communicate, not that shady, wishy-washy, oh, she's so sweet kind of thing. It's basically like, oh, she said that shit for real and she wasn't playing. You get what I mean? So it's just like, you need to really stand up for yourself in this new season, because your ability to acknowledge your feelings will help you manifest, not only manifest, but acknowledging your feelings is what's going to heal your past, because a lot of you are stuck in the past. A lot of you really are. This new person that's trying to evolve out of you is just not unraveling because of the thoughts of the past. And that's why you feel left out by everybody, because it's just like you're not moving forward, or you're just going very slow. And this isn't really to, push anybody down or whatever, but I want to bring this awareness because I just think that what you need right now is to be very honest with yourself. And that honesty card was one of the first cards. So I'm going to end this reading here. This is for Cancer. This is just a general reading, what you need to hear right now. So if this does not resonate, don't let it, don't wear something that's not yours, or, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, basically. But peace. Good morning. Have a great day.